Welcome back. I'm Paul Sikala. Today, November 6th, would have been famous El Paso historian Leon Metz's 95th birthday. Fortunately, he died during the COVID pandemic nearly 5 years ago, denying many from paying tribute to the life of this journalist and historian whose mission was to continue to put El Paso on the map worldwide. And now, efforts by the Metz family are in place to get El Paso's downtown library named after the proud El Pasoan. It's a birthday edition of People, Places, and Paul with pure positivity. The son of Leon Metz, Matthew, visits the grave of his father, as he does several times a year, as the renowned historian was
beloved by many El Pasoans, beloved by his family, of course. I mean, great man. He was always out doing speeches, and just he lived El Paso.
The famous author would have turned 95 years old, and his son tells me what better tribute than to name El Paso's downtown library after him, as Leon Metz spent countless hours researching inside of it.
Like I said, he's done so much for the city, promoted El Paso. He's responsible for most of the historical markers that are here in town. I mean, he's just done so much for El Paso. Articles, TV show, radio show.
Yes.
Mexico is about a mile to the south.
Even a show right here on KVIA ABC 7. As you can see right here, the grave of the famous gunslinger John Wesley Hardin is right here in El Paso. In fact, it's a big tourist attraction, and if not for Leon Metz, well, maybe we wouldn't have this tourist attraction right here in the borderland, because he fought long and hard to make sure that the body wasn't exhumed, and it stayed right here in El Paso.
There hasn't really been written much on John Wesley Hardin, and one reason is he wrote his own autobiography.
So Metz actually published his own biography on the Wild West legend who was shot dead in a bar here in El Paso. And here's the book that he wrote on John Wesley Hardin, the famous gunslinger from the Old West. So you can imagine how excited the family was when they found out they were able to get a plot right here at the famous Concordia Cemetery, and Leon Metz is buried literally just a few yards away from the person he wrote this book about and the famous gunslinger from the Old West that died right here in El Paso. On Leon Metz's gravestone it reads, "Chronicler of the Old West, historian, writer, and storyteller."
He was beloved by many.
And Leon Metz's legacy lives on through the 17 books he wrote, most of which can be found in El Paso's downtown library, which one day may also carry his name.
I'm Leon Metz.
As you saw, that was Leon Metz from the Rio Bravo Chronicles, as he called his reports. In fact, our station is actually located on the street Rio Bravo, less than a kilometer away from the Rio Bravo itself, or the Rio Grande, as we call it on this side of the border. Something that's mentioned numerous times in many of Leon Metz's books. Now, here's also a copy of the letter that Brandy Metz wrote, Leon Metz's granddaughter, presented to the city in hopes of changing the name of the downtown library to honor Leon Metz. Happy heavenly birthday once again to the El Paso historian.